Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we get to talk to you about Scooby Doo Escape from the Haunted Mansion.
Alright, so this is an escape room style game, right? Where you are trying to go through this game, solve these different puzzles, and ultimately escape. So there's a map. The map's kind of going to grow as you get into...
You know what you don't want to escape? Subscribing to us. Don't want to miss that opportunity.
Bing! Alright, so the map is going to grow as you go through this board. It's going to tell you when to lay out these different tiles. It's all run by these different cards as well. It's going to tell you to pluck out certain items or whatever as you interact with the board. And you have these different these different standees, which are all the characters of Scooby Doo and the Mystery Inc. crew. There's all these different 3-digit codes, and then there's which character you have interact with them makes it a 4-digit code. There's these little numbers on the characters themselves. And then once you have a 4-digit code, then you go to these books. Each character has its own book, and you read whatever that passage is, and it's going to tell you some plot, some dialogue, as well as telling you what to do next. Even if it's a dead end, it's going to tell you that too.
Yeah.
So one of the things I liked is nobody controls. I'm not Scooby Doo. You're not Shaggy. All of us are whatever's on the table. So characters are going to come in and out of the game. Which we're not going to give any spoilers. We're not going to explain why that is or how that is or anything like that. But characters are going to come in and out of the game, and we all kind of control all of them, and we decide how we want them to operate.
Yeah. We found it worked out. We played with 4 of us to have, people have the different rule books. And at first not rule books, the different dialogue books, I guess. And at first we thought, because of how the game was going, that only one person was really going to be doing anything. But then, as Ryan said, characters come in and out. And they did a really decent job if you divvied it out like that, where everybody would have an equal opportunity to talk and speak and pretend to be their characters while they're reading the dialogue. So it worked. I mean, when we played, it really worked out that way to just kind of divvy it out amongst everybody.
I like how each one of the characters also had something they're good at, right?
Yeah.
So, Shaggy always would eat everything. Scooby could smell things. Daphne would use items that she interacted with. And Velma would research, and Fred would investigate, or I don't know how those reversed. But, so you want to have these different characters interact with things in the different ways. And I thought that was a cool way to, get to bring each character, make them relevant at certain points in the story.
Yeah, and so this isn't giving anything away because it was on the first thing. But, so there's candy there, and there's 3 things that, people can do. You can smell it, or you can eat it.
Or you can use it, or you can investigate it.
Or you can investigate it. So it's not it makes sense, with the stuff that's out there. It's not just all, it's not like Shaggy's gonna go eat a blanket or something.
When you get hungry, you gotta work with what you got.
But I thought it really worked out. And like Ryan was mentioning earlier, on the rooms that you're in, there's those codes. So lots of them have the 3-digit codes, but there's other codes where there's only 1 or 2 numbers. And so there's no thing in any of the books that only have 1 or 2. They're all 4-digit numbers. So you have to try to work together to combine things to figure out what these other numbers are and who's the one who's supposed to be doing those other numbers, so you can get the accurate clue that you need to carry on with the game. And I thought that was, the puzzly aspect of this game of trying to piece it together and trying to figure out whose number should go on where.
Every escape room that I think I've ever played, or even real escape rooms, in addition to escape room style games, have a timed element to them. Whether it's something like you have 1 hour to get out, or you have 2 hours to get out, or how you get rated how good you did based off how fast you're able to escape. This had 0 timed elements to it. You could really kind of take your time and explore the game as much as you wanted. Definitely. So your score didn't come from time. Your score came from these Scooby snacks, which again just ties into just the perfect Scooby Doo tropes that you want to see in a Scooby Doo game.
Yeah.
So you had 20 Scooby snacks to start with, but if you ever have to take a hint in a room, you have to eat some Scooby snacks. Or if you make some weird decision that takes you off the trail of where the game wants you to go, they might have you eat a Scooby snack.
Yeah.
Or so I just thought that was really interesting how. No timed elements in an escape room style game.
But they really make you want to think about the choices that you're making, because there's something that happens towards the end, spoiler free, but they made it to where you couldn't just make a choice. you really had to think about what choice you wanted to make, or you would be using a lot of those Scooby snacks. So that was really fun to see that. So this is a game put out by the Op, and the Coded Chronicles series is their version of an escape room game. And there's another one coming out, or has come out. So it's October. We're in October, but they're going to do The Shining. So
Which I always read that as the shinning. Like, I don't like someone's hitting someone in the shin.
is that two ends?
It might be. I don't think shinning's even a word.
It is now. But I'm really looking forward to see what else they do with this and how they explore this and what they, and you know, just how they kind of grow this Coded Chronicles series, because we've played quite a few escape rooms, you know, and so it's nice to see a fresh take on it and nice to see where that can grow.
I also thought that, you know, this is a one shot, right? It's one event. Once you've gone through it, you know the plot essentially. However, you don't destroy anything, so you can then essentially go to another party with a different group of people and run it for them, as long as you don't tell them what to do.
Yeah.
And also, you know, it's we take us about 3 hours.
I think so, yeah.
And it worked because, you know, you can do it all in one evening if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you didn't want to for some reason, or if you're playing with kids, there are chapters that are set into the game. So they have spots where you can stop, you can put everything away, they have you tuck it a certain way, and then you can build it, when you bring it back out, they have a way of getting you started on the right track, making sure also that you have everything you need in order to continue the game. So if you miss something or you didn't explore as much as you should have, the game has a system of getting you caught up for that.
But you might have to pay some Scooby snacks.
You will have to pay some Scooby snacks.
All right, so overall, this is a really great entry into the ever-growing field of escape room style games, and we had a lot of fun with this. It did all the Scooby Doo things that you wanted it to. You know, like we got really into character with the voices, or at least we tried to, just to varying degree of accuracy.
Success,
yeah. But yeah, it was just the plot itself was so perfectly Scooby Doo.
It was.
You know, it was like watching an episode of Scooby Doo, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to us so you can see our videos as they come out. You can also find us on Facebook, and that's under Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. You can find us on Instagram, and that's under Ryan and Bethany. And lastly, you can chat with us on Twitter, and that's Ryan and Bethany 1.
Well, everybody, thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye.